so we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Our chairman is out of town. So I will ask the planning commission to appoint a chairman pro tem.
I volunteer.
So is that a motion?
I make a motion that we volunteer. And I second it.
Okay, and Linda, you seconded?
I did.
Okay, all in favor? Perfect. All right, I will turn it over to the chairman pro tem.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Even though Scott and Adolphus are not present, we do have a quorum. And so I am assuming that everybody's had a chance to look over the minutes, correct? Okay. Anybody have any changes or corrections? Okay, I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes.
I second the motion.
Okay. All in favor? Unanimous, motion passes. Okay, tonight we do have, looks like 2 public hearings. Are they both public hearings?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. The first one being a rezone for 188 Thurman Backus Road, tax parcel SC 230-001, rezone from ag to light industrial for the purpose of mini storage and covered outdoor storage facilities. Okay. Would Ashley like to?
Yes, I can take over from here. So, yeah, this request is for a rezone from agricultural to light industrial for mini storage and covered outdoor storage facilities. Within your packets, there is a rough site plan showing the mini storage units, along with where there would be some outdoor storage for RV parking or boat storage, for people to park their larger vehicles or things that are more seasonally used. And the proposed development would consist of 14 mini storage buildings consisting of about 160 climate controlled units and 82 non-climate controlled units, along with an outdoor area that is covered on the rear of the property, which is kind of the northern part of the property, for RV and boat storage. This use is allowed in light industrial, and the proposed rezone does fall within the future land use map character area for this area. If you look in your staff report, there should be some maps attached to that. And the future land use map character area for this area is industrial. So light industrial is kind of what we're going for this area. The site plan doesn't show any distances or measurements. However, the development may need to reduce the number of storage units to ensure that there is enough space for fire apparatus access and turning radius. The site plan submitted during the development review process would also have to address the impervious surface ratio, which can't exceed 40% of the area. But all of that would be addressed during the development stage of the project. So during the site development stage of that project is when we would get to address any concerns that some of the city departments may have. Like not having any security initiatives shown on this site plan. But like I said, we'll go more into detail if the rezone gets passed. There is no city sanitary sewer available directly to this parcel, but there is city sewer available at 178 Thurman Backus Road, which is owned by Midgard Self Storage. There's also a 12-inch water main that runs down the left side of the road going towards Parkway. Currently, it appears that there is a single-family detached home on the property. The home will need to be demoed prior to construction beginning on the development. The applicant did hold a community meeting on March 13th, 2024 at 1 p.m. However, there were no attendees other than the applicant and city staff. The community meeting notes can be found in y'all's packet. There wasn't much there. Yeah, short notes. Just some things to kind of hit under the staff analysis. The range of uses is in line with the surrounding zoning districts, and the surrounding districts with the same zoning as the proposed zoning in the nearby area does have a similar use. So this is already something that has been approved in the nearby area. And it is compatible with regards to matching the character area on our future land use map. There is another storage facility, like I said, on a nearby property, but I don't believe there's any boat or RV storage at those storage facilities yet. And the developer would be required to install curb and gutter for stormwater runoff, and they will need to ensure that there's enough space for fire apparatus and, there appears to be adequate public services here too. So staff recommends approval of the request to rezone from ag to light industrial.
Okay. All right, does anybody have any questions of Ashley? I do.
Okay.
So on this map, that's not on our thing yet,
Yes.
is this the house that's gonna have to be demoed, or is this part of that plat?
What you're pointing at, for the record, the northern part, that's a separate parcel. So only the outlined in red, that is the only
So
thing.
this would be the
Yeah.
house. It faces Thurman Backus.
Correct.
And this house is uninhabited currently?
I'm not sure about that house. We did not
Hope
do.
that it is.
It probably is, but I
mean, it's
can't speak to
terrible.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no more questions for Ashley? Okay, I believe, Ms. Sorrows is my person. Do you want to, come up and present?
Just
Are you
say
keeping
a
time,
couple words. I
Ashley?
think Ashley's kind of spelled everything out. This is approximately 6 acres, that we have requested be zoned from agriculture to light industrial. It is adjacent or right there within the, use that we are requesting. Midgard Storage is the adjacent, property, and as Ashley said, they don't have any RV or outdoor, storage. We're doing a mix of the climate and no climate, so, I will save my time for any questions that you guys may have.
Okay. I have a quick question. You said covered outdoor storage?
It will be.
It's just like clear span, or,
What do you mean clear span? I'm sorry.
like, are the sides covered, or is it just a roof? Or do you not know yet?
We haven't decided yet with the layouts.
Okay.
But all that will be, I'm sure.
In the site,
standards of it.
in the site plan? Okay.
And there'll be, security and stuff. Along those, bits and stuff. And we will be removing the house.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Val.
Okay, did we have sign-up sheets?
Yeah, but I think we had somebody come in late. So if you want to just, and I
Okay.
didn't have it for the text amendment. So if you want to just open up the public hearing and ask, speak for and speak against.
Okay, so we are gonna open the public hearing. Do we have anybody that would like to speak for this rezone? Okay, seeing none. Do we have anybody that would like to speak against the rezone? Okay, seeing none, we will close the public hearing. And what discussion, if any?
Seems pretty straightforward to me. Adjacent property's the same, and things are pretty cut and dry here.
Just out of curiosity, are the properties across Thurman Backus, are those still residential or ag?
I believe in your packets, you should have a zoning
I
map.
think it is in there.
Yeah, so with the zoning map, which is shown on the previous slide for our people in the audience, on the this little bubble right here. So across the street, it is primarily ag. And the neighboring parcel is also ag, but if you look at the future land use map, it is all within the industrial character area.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a lot going on there. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments? Okay. Seeing none, I will entertain a motion. And our choices are approve with conditions, table, or decline. Recommendation, yeah.
I make a motion, we approve it.
I second it.
Ooh, who was first?
All in favor? And motion passes unanimously. Okay. So you guys are welcome to stay. You are welcome to go. We have, I think, one other quick public hearing. Our second public hearing tonight is consideration of amendments to the Unified Development Code regarding how distances are measured. And I bet Ashley will tell us all about that.
Yes. So to make a long story short, we are trying to kind of have a cohesive code of ordinances across the board, not just within the Unified Development Code, but within all the chapters of the city ordinances. So one of the things that have come up over the course of us amending the alcohol ordinance is the way we measure things, and we measure building to building. So the alcohol ordinance specifies how it's written in the text amendment. So the red line that you guys have matches the alcohol ordinance. So basically we would measure by the most direct route of travel on the ground along the public right of way from the nearest point of the existing building's property line to the front door of the proposed building. So recently we had just a couple months ago, or maybe not even that long ago, time is not real to me anymore. The gas station is one instance of how this would be measured. It still wouldn't have met the 2,500 feet, but we would have measured from the property line of the proposed building. We would have measured from the nearest point of the existing building's property line. So in the gas station, since the Chevron's property line, and then we would have measured
When it
to the
says-
front door of the proposed building based off of the site plan.
When it says the nearest point of the existing building's property line, does that mean nearest to the newest proposed?
Correct. And we'd have to travel along public right of way. So it would be road
Not as the
measurement,
crow flies.
not as the crows flies. And that's how we would measure with the alcohol ordinance. So it is to ease the burden on the staff. So we're not like, okay, wait, how do we measure if we're measuring for zoning purposes, how are we measuring? Or if we're measuring for somebody who wants an alcohol license, how are we measuring? Or if we're measuring for somebody wants 2 personal care homes within a certain vicinity, how are we measuring? So it would just keep it consistent all the way across the board. So we would just say, okay, we just measure from the existing building's property line to the proposed front door of the new building. Does that make sense? Or if the building's existing, the proposal would get the front door measurement. Does that make sense?
Right, so closest property line to front door or proposed front
By public right of way.
door, right by road.
Correct.
You would have to be able to drive it.
Yes. Up until the front door, that would be measured onto the property line or onto the private property. But, and we would do all of that within my mapping software. So it would be more accurate than QPublic.
Consistent.
Yeah. But we just added in that measurement piece to the very beginning of the UDC. So it applies to the entire text. And then we took out this is the only other place where measurement, a specific way to measure is mentioned. And that's under 3.3.13, A4, which is that measured property line to property line regardless of where the fuel pumps are located on site. So we just took that out. So those are the two text amendments that both apply to measurement, and staff recommends approval of both of these text amendments.
Okay. And this is a public hearing, so do we have anybody that would like to speak for this amendment? Do we have anybody that would like to speak against this amendment? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing. Does anybody have any questions or comments or concerns or observations?
Yes, I have a question. So I'm not getting what the purpose of this is. Measuring from the front door of, take for instance, the front door of Becky's office to the front door of here. That's what we're talking about.
No.
I'm using that as an
The,
example.
the, direct route of travel along the public right-of-way from the nearest point of the existing building's property line. Right, so wherever that property line is, the closest point to the new place that's being proposed, from that point to the front door, the proposed front door, if it's a new construction. to that.
Like you're
So-
driving, like you're driving a car.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like leaving that property and then driving along the road and turning in and walking up to the front door.
Like the next place.
You wouldn't measure it like as the crow flies on a map. Like you would have to like go by road. So any turns would be included. Okay. And I'm assuming that should this be approved, it will take effect immediately.
Well,
Does this have to go before Mary?
it does. So with any amendments to the Unified Development Code, we do have to get a recommendation from Planning Commission. It falls under the zoning procedures law, so it has to go before Planning Commission and Mayor and Council. So you guys will be the recommending body on this amendment for the Unified Development Code.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve it.
I second.
Okay. Travis and Curtis, all in favor? Motion passes unanimously. Okay. That's two. Okay, that closes our public hearings for the evening. Moving on to unfinished business.
Correct. So because at the last meeting we tabled the rezone case called Rezone 2024-002 for the townhomes off of Vine Circle, I just wanted to give you guys an update on where we were with that. There won't have to be a vote or anything tonight. The applicant withdrew the application on March 19th prior to the mayor and council. I just wanted to state that on the record since you guys did table it to this meeting. I know on y'all's agenda it does say tabled until April 16th, but because the applicant withdrew it, she has the opportunity to reapply with a more complete plan once she gets more information if she so sees fit. But she would have to start the process over again. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. We won't see it again until it goes through another community meeting, and it'll have to go through the public hearing process all over again.
Okay. And I don't see any new business. Does anybody have anything else they need or want to discuss? Okay. I will recommend, or I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
My motion we do adjourn. I second the motion.
All in favor? Okay, thank you guys.
Okay.